Hello, dear students. In the previous lecture of the structure of atoms, we are discussing about what are the main things which leads to the next model after the Bohr model. Because Bohr model also have limitation. Okay, Bohr model is not able to explain stability of matter, multi-electron spectrum is not explained, electron spectrum not explained. Okay, but there are some things, few things which we studied. Like first we have already studied that dual nature of matter given by de Broglie is not explained by the Bohr model, which we have already studied, that we can calculate the wavelength associated with any particles, matter particles. Mean to say matter can behave as a wave. The whole concept is that. So that will be not considered in case of the Bohr model. Now next thing which gives the biggest blow to the Bohr model is Heisenberg uncertainty principle. What the Heisenberg uncertainty principle is saying actually? He is saying that about an electron, you cannot simultaneously, first thing, simultaneously, we are measuring two things, mean to say, simultaneously you can never measure position and energy of electron. Mean to say two things, particularly position and energy about an electron cannot be simultaneously measured accurately. Never, he is saying. Why? Let's take a diagram first. Suppose this is the nucleus of atom, this is the cell, this is the second cell. We are assuming that our electron is somewhere here. Okay. Now, how will you observe the electrons? So, there you will use a electron microscope. Electron microscope is used particularly, quite high precision definition microscopes they are. So, electron microscope is used to see the electrons. It's not that you can clearly see an electron moving with the help of electron microscope. No. You have to put a radiation of some frequency. It will absorb by the electrons and electron will move. That movement is observed by electron motion. At that time you will able to know that yes, electron is present in that particular atom. Mean to say electron microscope cannot see a stagnant electron. Okay, or a moving electron. It will only observe the electron position after absorbing the energy. So that's why Heisenberg said that if you clearly define the position of if you clearly object becomes the electron visible, but at that time energy has get changed because it has absorbed energy by the emitted or absorbed frequency. That's why energy got changed. So you cannot measure. If you can measure the position, you cannot measure the energy because energy gets changed. So that's why he is saying that error about that delta x is position error. Whatever error is getting, you are getting in the position. Delta p is momentum error. Mean to say associated with the energy. So he is saying that always the product of the momentum and position error will be greater than or equal to nh upon 4 pi. N is number of cells, mean to say which electron cell is present. Like in case this is the first cell we took, so N will be the 1. But he is saying that it will always be greater than the h upon 4 pi, either equal to or greater. Mean to say always there will be error in that case. You can put this delta p into different form as well, that delta x is equal to into m delta v. You can write down the momentum in this way, because whatever the error you are getting in the momentum is due to its inaccurate measurement of the velocity, because mass we clearly know about the electron. So delta x into delta v will be always greater than nh upon 4 pi m. Okay, as is here Planck's constant dear. M is electrons mass, n is number of cells in which electrons you are studying. So Heisenberg clearly explain you that you can never measure the energy and position at the same time. But what the Bohr said? Bohr said energy is fixed, position is fixed. So mean to say, according to Bohr theory or Bohr atomic model, they cannot be measured, but Heisenberg principle clearly explains that you can never measure those two things simultaneously, while the Bohr model is contradicting the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So these two particular things, that is dual nature of matter and Heisenberg uncertainty principle, is contradicting the Bohr atomic matter clearly. So that's why we need another model, and that is the one of the important model here. This is the last model. I am again compromising that the first model you study is the Thomson model, then you studied about the Rutherford model. All have some limitations. Then you studied about the Bohr model, but the last one is now today that is known as quantum mechanical model of atom. Quantum mechanical model of atom. This is the last atomic structure you are going to study in this class or in the future classes. This is the latest atomic model we have. And what does it say? First thing, the whole concept in this atomic model is running around that they have considered electron as a wave. Who able to understand this point, he will definitely going to understand this atomic model, that this time they are assuming particle as a wave. We know that electron is a particle, mean to say we are considering here that de Broglie concept that yes, matter is behaving as a wave here. Okay, now in the Bohr model, you know that you are using the word orbit. Okay, but orbit is a fixed circular path around the nucleus. Circular, I am saying that two-dimensional. That is also one of the limitations of Bohr model, that he used the word circular path. Circular path means its model is two-dimensional, while matter is a three-dimensional thing. But in quantum, we use another word that is known as orbital, particularly. Okay, today we will talk about the orbital. What is an orbital? So orbital is a space around the nucleus, where probability of finding electron is maximum. Mean to say, orbital is a space, mean to say, around nucleus. Mean to say, he is not defining you the exact position, which is clearly explaining according to Heisenberg principle, because according to him, position cannot be measured accurately. That's why they are not considering, they are giving a region. Okay, you can use the word region instead of space as well. That is a region around the nucleus where probability, and he is discussing about the probability. Okay, so mean to say position is not fixed, he is saying. So there is a lot of difference has become between the orbit and orbital on that basis, because orbit are fixed. Orbit is two-dimensional, orbital is a three-dimensional concept first. Okay, because they have clearly explained you that is a region around particularly. Okay, so this whole quantum mechanical model of atom is explained by the Schrödinger wave equation, okay, which is written in the short form in this manner. Okay, H, this one stands for the Hamilton operator. Hamilton operator it is known as. And what is this value actually? It is a double differentiation particularly. You have already studied in the mathematics about the differentiation. It's a double differentiation, okay, of the chi with respect to x-axis, with respect to y-axis, with respect to z-axis. This is particularly in small form written as Hamilton operator, and E is the energy associated with the electron. Means what is the energy possessed by the electron. Okay, now here one more word you are getting which is not clearly explained to you is this chi. What is the chi actually? This is known as chi. Chi is actually amplitude of the wave representing a particular electron. You know very well that we have considered electron as a wave. So if we are considering electron as a wave, definitely it has some amplitude, and that amplitude here is of that electron is represented by what? Chi particularly. Okay, so in your books you will find out that they are asking about what is the significance of chi. So significance of chi, you will say clearly explain that significance of chi is nothing because it just representing what? Amplitude of the wave representing of a electron. But chi square have great significance. Why? Chi square have great significance because it gives the region or space, I am telling it, because it gives the region and space coordinates where to find electron. Mean to say in actual chi square, if you find out, if you know the chi, you do the chi square, and that will give you the region coordinates. Mean to say in what electron you are talking about and where to find that electron, that will explained by what? Chi square. So today I explaining you that first you will do read up to where? Read up to only Heisenberg dear. We will start this quantum mechanical model again, okay, but we will read about to Heisenberg, de Broglie. You have to solve numerical on both cases. Numerical you have to keep solving on you have to keep solve in for both topic. Then what you will more study? You will study about the difference between the orbit and orbital. That is the main concept today we will discuss. First, okay, solve the numericals on these two concepts and read particularly this orbit and orbital difference particularly there. Okay, thank you.